Alright, we're off to a great start here because I accidentally just took my Xbox controller thinking it was going to work on this game. But yeah, I took a small little break, rested my eyes, I figured, let's just record another part directly after part 10. Just so I can have, like, a video done, and maybe, to give myself, or give my voice a rest tomorrow, so, let's pre-make this content. Why not? I'll be like a normal YouTuber. Ooh, we're in this thingy now. Nifty. And no, my luck, we're gonna have this really cool thing going, alright? And it's probably gonna, like, what? It's probably gonna, like, I don't know, be like the shortest level in the game. That's how this stuff usually works out. I'm already dead. I didn't feel super powerful there. The power creep was not there. It was also, like, really weird to control that. But yeah. What I'm trying to figure out right now is, why would I sit in turret when I can just drive and shoot at the same time? Unless it's like weaker guns here. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, because it's like different, like weapon heat. Alright. It's like when this gun overheats, I just swap back. Okay. I feel like it's only going to be used, like, in one mission, and they coded this, like, entire thing for just this one mission. Like, it's its one purpose in life. But so be it. This is nifty. Although it's not, like, as actiony as, like, I would hope it would be. Like, this feels like it could be, like, a lot more actiony than this, but this is, like, very, like, stop and go. Oh, cool. Was that it?
Southern Command was lost.
It was one screen.
Our troops were lost with it. If not for the heroism of Cartwright and Hale, many more would have been killed, myself included. We were flying the survivors to a makeshift camp in Cardiff. Despite my insistence, Hale refused to board the last plane. The last time I saw Hale, he was looking over a map Cartwright had given him. I learned later that it detailed the known paths of the power conduits. The conduits only run above ground for a short distance before burrowing deep into the Chimeran tunnels. Entering those tunnels is nothing short of suicide. Nevertheless, I believe that is exactly what Hale did.
That's really frustrating. They put, like, that cool little thing in there, and it's, if you take out my death, that was, like, a 60-second long level, and they put you in the big old machine, and gave you 2 turrets to mess around with, and all these big enemies. Granted, it wasn't, like, really great, because it was, like, a one-room thing, but why even put that level in there? That's just weird. It just looks like they kind of, like, made, the ability to shoot inside, like, what do they call it? The Sentinel, maybe? I forgot, like, what they called it. But it was a one-level thing. A 1-minute thing. Like, why even? Who knows? Not complaining that's there. I'm just kind of complaining that they put it in there and it was a cool idea and they made it about a minute. But I kind of called that would happen. I had a feeling. Oh, well. But now we're in the tunnels. Like, now we're in their territory. All these things. I hate these things. Like, they're not even, like, that strong, but still. Woof. Alright. Yeah, this game's cool, like, and I can definitely feel, like, you know, that we're getting towards, like, the end game. Like, you can just tell at this point. Like, now we're in their territory, we're breaking in. But at the same time, too, like, I know there's still 9 more levels after this, so I'm trying to think, like, how can they fit 9 more levels worth of plot in this game? So it'll be interesting, like, see how they do it, because, like, the plot itself in this game has been, like, very light. Like, if you asked me, like, what this game was about, like, all the character names, like, what's happening, I probably couldn't even tell you. Because, like, it's been so light. Like, the average, like, story cutscene is, what, like, 20 seconds? So I don't, like, really fully feel like I'm invested in the story itself. But, like, what's there is, like, very generic, but, like, it's serviceable. But it's, like, one of those games, like, where I just can't even tell you, like, what I've been experiencing. Which, so be it. Not a knock against the game, really. But it sounded like more like they had, like, a cool, like, character design idea. And kind of, like, cool, like, just cool character design ideas. And, like, a general idea of, like, we want to do, like, aliens in World War II. And they just kind of, like, wrote a story, like, around, like, the designs they had. But didn't, like, want to fully commit to the story. If that makes sense. Or they didn't want to, like, get too invested in the lore because it's, like, the first game. And they weren't fully sure. If it was going to be, like, worth, like, trying to, like, make all these big characters, and, like, the series itself wasn't going to be a huge, you know, huge IP or a thing they'd really return to. So I could see why. Like, I get it. Like, that's fine. Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna nade everything. I'm hurting. I wonder if there's, like, any health down here. Looks like I killed all the things there. Hey, there we go. There's health. Cool. Yeah, this, if you can't tell already, this is gonna be, like, a very basic Let's Play kind of episode. Nothing really crazy to talk about, because, I mean, I just recorded, like, the last episode, like, 30 minutes before this. It's like, I'm kind of, like, talked out, like, in a lot of regards, to be honest. Like, not talked about, like, like, talking about this game, but, like, just, like, basic topics. Because, like, when I kick these off, like, there's a bunch of things, like, I want to talk about, but it's, like, I don't want to talk about all of them, like, at once, because eventually, like, as a person, you run out of stuff, you know? Like, you really do, like, if it's just conversation pieces, like, you want to talk about. So I'd rather have, like, some stuff left by the time, like, this game ends, you know? In case I do another Gamecast, kind of, like, concept of just kind of, like, podcasting talks as I play a game. Like, I want to, like, you know, use all my topics. Although I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the Gamecast concept going beyond Resistance 1. Because I feel like it's a very difficult thing to kind of, like, maintain. Maybe it's, like, partly because, like, I don't like just talking about myself and, like, my experiences only. Like, I feel like I have a lot to share. But, like, I like talking about other stuff, too. Like, the whole Gamecast thing kind of just feels like I'm just talking about myself, which, to be fair, I mean, it's my channel, like, so be it, but... I don't know, it's like one of those things that kind of, like, makes you feel weird after a bit. Plus, I feel like it's, like, a lot of, like, repetitive talks I'm doing here and there. Which is, like, why I might just kind of, like, go to, like, a more basic Let's Play sort of thing and just kind of, like, not feel constrained by, like, the podcast talk. It's been, like, a fun little experiment. Like, maybe I'll have, like, a change of heart, or it'll come back, like, after Resistance. We'll see. I'm having fun with it, like, while I can, though. Although I do feel like it's a little bit too much to do. Because I'm essentially forcing myself, like, into a 30-minute podcast on a daily basis. Or today, like, 60 minutes of it. When most people do, like, a podcast, like, once a week, once a month, I'll have, like, a guest to kind of, like, bounce off of, stuff like that. Makes it a lot easier. Which is, like, why it's tricky doing this, basically, is what I'm saying. Unless I had, like, predefined topics I knew I could, like, kind of carry a conversation about for, like, 30 minutes on my own. It's tough. Like, I don't know if it sounds easy or not, but it's not. And, like, you're talking to someone that talks for a living, playing games, but, like, even I think this is kind of, like, a very tough thing to do, but a fun thing to do. I don't think it's, like, really, like, a sustainable series, I should say, like, a frequent sustainable series is the best way to put it. But I think it's definitely a series I could come back, like, on a rare occasion. But sometimes you just gotta be the Let's Player. and comment about the thing on screen. It was also kind of good practice too, because like I've kind of wanted to do like a podcast of my own for a while, because I mentioned before, but like I run a Twitch team, the Mellow Fellows, like for like really just like relaxed streamers and stuff. And it's like a very heavily curated like group of people. There's like 70 of us now. I don't know really how big the team, like how big I want to make the team over time. I'm just kind of going until it stops feeling, or rather like to like when I feel like, you know what, anymore it's not gonna feel like a team anymore. That's gonna be kind of like my cutoff point, like with members for it. But for now, like we're constantly growing things like that. And I feel like I could do like a really good podcast, like with every last one of them on that team. We could have like very cool talks and discussions about things. Not like even just streaming, you know? Like there's someone on my team named Gonzo, and I could be like, yo, you want to do a podcast with me today? And I mean, I bet you anything he'd probably say, yeah, sure, why not? And I'll just be like, tell me about your experiences with being bald, and I can just like make that into a full like hour-long podcast, you know? But I definitely think like talks like this probably bounce better, or like work better with like other input from people. Which is probably why I find it very easy to stream, because even if I'm just talking to myself, essentially, at least I have a chat to help guide my conversations. Whereas with this, I have, like, nothing to, like, really guide my conversation, or, like, let me know, like, hey, this talk is really boring. Hell if I know. Because I wouldn't really be able to judge it, even if I rewatched it back, because, like, I tend to not be overly critical. Because I do think, like, my content's not bad. But it's also content that I'm not going to watch myself back over many times. It's like it's heavily edited. Like I want to make sure it flows well. But it's like stuff like this, I don't really watch back because I'm just listening to myself talk about the stuff that I already believe and already know. It's like listening to like my own inner thoughts, but I have like no control over the inner thoughts. It's just kind of weird. So I have like no way to like watch this and know like if it's relevant or good or not. Because I'll be, like, watching this, and I'll be like, I agree with myself. Myself has a very similar opinion to me. It's like, it's tough to gauge. Like, it really, really is. If that makes sense, I don't know. If nothing else, this has just been, like, a very fun experiment. I remember, like, these, boosters, like, in the multiplayer. I remember that. What's down here? Yeah, it's not like I'm critical of my content. Like, I believe in my content. Like, I know people like it. Like, a good amount of people like it. At least on the streaming side. I'm not so sure about this YouTube side, but... Like, I believe in myself to, like, kind of carry conversation and, you know, entertain people. Or give them something to listen to. But I'm just, like, very, you know... Not someone that wants to listen to content like this for myself. But yeah. There you go, like podcast plans and Twitch team. Which, by the way, twitch.tv/team/mellowfellows, mellowfellowstv.com. Bam, everyone on that team's freaking beautiful. And I'm like super proud of all of them. They're so good. We got amazing streamers like Zero Salt Samurai, who's freaking wonderful. He plays like a lot of Soulsborne stuff. We got the old Snow Bear. She's a Mario Maker streamer. And we also got another Mario Maker streamer by the name of Casual Earl. He's really awesome. We got me dying here. I don't even know what just happened to me, but I just kind of fell off the stage. I didn't even press anything, I feel like. But what else we got? We got Wild West. He streams a lot of Dead by Daylight. He's been getting like into Skyrim. I watch him every day. I've kind of become like good friends like with everyone on that team, which I guess kind of makes sense. But it really is like a lovely group of people. Like I think all of them are great and worth watching, you know. Like you're down for like relaxed content like mine, like, and you don't mind streams, like unless you're like you're just solely a YouTube viewer. Like a lot of us do have YouTubes as well, but if you're a big stream watcher, or you're only here because like you watch my stream, or like I saw him post about this on his Discord or his Twitter, Like, I do suggest checking out the team, because there's just, like, so many cool people on it. Let's get up here. And that is all. Wonder how long this level's gonna be. Because I've been doing, like, the whole, like, 2 levels per episode thing outside of that one level, like, where one episode where I beat 3 and that one level where I only got 1 done. I've been trying to, like, stick to the whole 2 levels per episode thing. But that first level was so short. And I'm not really sure if by the end of this level, if it'll be, like, a complete feeling video. Like, my videos, like, for the series don't feel complete unless it's, like, at least 25-ish minutes. We're about 16 deep now. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see how the rest of this episode plays out. Well, but I'm starting to wonder if this will be, like, another, like, three-level episode. I don't know. I think those nades blowing up are, like, what pushed me off last time, by the way. I'm starting to think that might have been it. So here's one thing that bugs me right now. We're, like, inside, like, you know, the tunnels, like, for the Chimera here. They don't look really special. Like, this doesn't look that crazy, like, in the grand scheme of the game right now. Like, this just kind of looks... It just looks bland. Like, when you get, like, in the Locust Holes, for instance, let's say, like, in Gears of War, which is, like, a very similar concept. Like, those Locust Holes are really cool. Different kinds of architecture, and just, like, even, like, the walls themselves, like, the Locust Holes, just look so cool. And then this just kind of, like, it exists, to be honest. Not really a knock, but... Okay, it's somewhat of a knock. Like, I feel like they could have done a lot more with this. Unless this is just, like, the entrance to, like, the place, and, like, stuff gets crazier as we go deeper in, which is very possible. I was kind of hoping for this area to just look a little bit more crazy. Have a little bit more going for it. You know, that just kind of is what it is. Alright, so what are we looking at? Am I supposed to break these? No. Am I just supposed to sidestep around here? Yep, I found the way. You know you've gone the right way if you get shot. Cool. Easy. Wait, he's not dead. Easy. Now he's dead. Oh god, oh god, oh god, no, 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 I don't feel like dying. Because I know each level now only has like 2 checkpoints. I saw how the checkpoint system works. I did kind of look at a guide. Just to kind of like gather like how long some of the later levels were going to be. Because I kind of figured like later levels are either going to be super short or like super long. So I stuck a peek at just like how long like levels like 25, 26 were. Just kind of like looked at the guide and we just wanted to like get like a, you know, like a idea. And it's only like 2 checkpoints for like long levels. I just see like how they break them down.
We believe Hale followed the Chimeran tunnels for several miles, finally reaching a major conduit junction. This would have led him directly into a Chimeran tower. The tower was most likely what we now know as C3. Each tower is named for its relative position in the conduit network. C3 is only 12 miles from the center. It would have been exceedingly well defended.
Alright. Well, now we're getting kind of like deep in the tunnels. Maybe we'll check this one out. I don't know how long this level is, because again, like I only looked at like the later levels, and I just saw like how they space out checkpoints, and it's like, ugh. But let's see like what this level has, you know? That last level was just kind of like uninspired. I feel like these last 2 levels were just very uninspired. And just kind of there. Let's see if stuff kind of gets cooler. This is a little bit more promising looking. Slightly. Although I find it funny how I'm just kind of like here with like 9 enemies in my face. Like right away. Oh, I got a rocket. Okay. Designed for use against Russian armored divisions. Been successful against the Stalker. Uh, Holding L1 will slow down the rocket, allowing it to reorient in flight. Okay. That sounds really confusing to use for a rocket launcher, but it looks like there's slow down, you can speed it up, and auto track and stuff like that. Okay. And they're probably using this room to show it off. Okay. Okay. So it looks like I can fire it off, and then I hold L1 and it slows, and when I let go of L1 or press R1, it blows up automatically? I can't tell. To be honest, I can't fully tell how that worked on first shot. I'm sure if I use it a few times, it'll make sense, but I also don't want to waste the ammo on it. I'm kind of afraid of wasting ammo on a rocket launcher. That sounds like it's a good, like, kind of clutch of win out sort of thing. Alright. You know, I'll use one here, though. Let's try it here. And I died. To what? Couldn't tell you, but I died. Okay. Oh, shit, get bit, I guess. But I don't know if I just gotta melee him off, to be honest. I'm not really sure, like, why I'd want to use the air brake right now. I assume the more I use that rocket launcher, the more I'll get used to it, but it's also very late to be introducing something simple like a rocket launcher in this game. Because, like, we're hours deep into this. This is, like, hour 3.5, hour 4 now. In, like, a 5-hour long game. Give or take. A 6-hour long game. Am I right? Just to give me a rocket launcher now. Like, I feel like this is a weapon they should have given me a long time ago to try messing around with. But so be it. I just wish you kind of got more shotgun ammo, because, like, you don't really get a ton. And just, like, kind of, like, strafing around with the shotgun just feels like such a natural thing to do in a game like this. That I'm kind of surprised that you only get, like, enough to maybe clear out a room like this. Alright. I'm assuming this is the way. I'm not sure, like, why they'd have a workable switch if it wasn't. Alright. What a lot of big boys at us right now. So cool. Yeah, that first room looked really promising. Now this is just looking very samey again. I don't know, I still feel like they could have done so much more with this area. Like being in the tunnels, like being in their base. Oh boy. I feel like they could have done a lot more. It's gonna respawn me back at the start of the level again. I'm gonna have to clear out that first huge room. Yup. Again, with you should be giving checkpoints to people. Sorry to be a broken record, but it's not like this is a very small room. Seven, 8 enemies. There's a lot of enemies. I'm trying to keep count. 12. Should be number 13. I think I miscounted one, but we're going to still say 13. I might be one short. 14, 15. There's 16. 17, 18, 19. It's just counting with Alex now. 20, 22, 23, 24. Like, this room's still not done. 25, then they give us more enemies, like right here. 26. 27. $28. Oh boy. 29. And I know there's another one over here that I think I got with a grenade. So we're looking at like 30. There's 32 here. First things first, I'm going to need more health than this. Yeah, unless more enemies come down, that was a 32 enemy room. And the game's trying to say it wasn't worth giving a checkpoint after killing 32 enemies in one room. Over multiple waves. Like, that to me is just really silly. Again, I know I'm a broken record with this, but, like, that's a lot to expect the player to do, like, time and time again if they die, you know? It's a lot. I don't know what they were thinking with that. And then after killing all those enemies, you only get 1 bonus health. Like, that's bad. Dead. So now I gotta kill those 32 enemies again, because I didn't have enough health after that first room, just to go back up here and hope I don't get completely squashed by 3 massive enemies. So I think the plan to have here would be... The only thing I can think is, like... Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I can use the rocket launcher I was given when I get upstairs. The rocket launcher might be a good plan. We'll use that. We'll see how that goes, because I can clear this out with just basically a shotgun. Which works. Because obviously they want me to use the rocket launcher in this room, because they put so many enemies down here, but, like, it seems like this room's the non-issue. It's the next room. But the problem is, if you die in the next room, you also get set back, like, 5 minutes. Or not 5 minutes, but what feels like 5 minutes. So I can be extra careful. I want to have full health when I go back up. We'll see if I can kind of make that fantasy like a reality. We'll see. To be close. I think I can make it, because I think I left 1 more health down here. Which would leave 1 health upstairs to give me full health. Oh, God. 1 more shot and I'm going down to the next quadrant. Oh, God. Alright. Okay, we're good. Now, there should be... I actually just picked up the health. Okay. Let's go up. And we'll also ready the rocket. Sweet. So hopefully this works. Yup, that did a number. Okay. That was good. Oof. Alright. See, I'm super smart. Let's get this back out. That kills all them. Hailstorm does a number on these. Excellent. Haven't even lost any health yet. Now, there's another big boy here, but I think I just take out this guy without, yeah, needing to go for, like, the really good weapons. But coming up are a lot more big ones. Okay. Yeah, if you didn't have the rocket ammo, what did the game expect you to do? Like, those are big enemies you gotta face. And, like, it's a lot of them. I mean, I guess you can just snipe them like this. Because you get, like, somewhat good angles, but still. It's still a lot to face. Alright, now that I'm here... I guess I'm supposed to go in here, huh? Okay. Oh, God. That almost killed me. I was gonna die to the commons. Like, the really, really weak commons. Is there any more health down here? I'm gonna really need that. If there is, I'm gonna have to find some. And just hope it's here. That was a lot. I don't think there's any health down here. Or any more left, I should say. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Okay. Hopefully there's some coming up, like, the corner here, or hopefully it's, like, a checkpoint. Because if not, I'm kind of boned. Like, super boned. Like, now I'm 30 minutes deep in this episode, too, so, like, the headache's probably gonna kick off really soon. So I gotta kind of, like, power my way through this level, even though I know it just started. Okay. We good. Now. Oh, we gotta check. Okay, so I can be reckless now. For now. Like, at least in this area, my first run around, because I'm almost dead as it is. Well, at least I just got a checkpoint. It's something. That's all I wanted. Okay. So I'm noticing they're going for, like, a lot of, like, circular level designs now. Like, everything's like a big dome. Like, last level kind of did it. Not last level, but, like, the level I finished off last episode with. Like, went on did, like, a lot of circular design. This entire level's, like, all circular, kind of like arenas. So I wonder if that was, like, part of, like, their design plan. To kind of, like, separate the feel of, like, these, chimera sort of, like, bases. Like, I wonder if, like, they were, like, if we make our stuff look very circular... It'll give, like, a really cool, unique flow. I should have figured the Sentinel was going to come in here. Should have. I still don't know if it's actually called the Sentinel. But I should have figured, because they kind of built up the fact that the rocket launcher is perfect against it. Did I shoot a wall? I thought I was shooting over that. Okay. But again, like, at least I got a checkpoint. That's a positive. Oof. Alright. I was not expecting that. Okay, I also know I can go down to 2 health here and still be at full by the end. Because it give me 2 health tanks coming up. Show how generous, you know? Where are those dropping from? Oh my god. Big old chain reaction there. So we'll take 1 right now. Does this game even let you pick up health if you don't need it? No. Okay. Making sure, because some games even let you take health packs, like when you don't even need them. Was not sure if this game did it. It would have been really stupid if they did. Did it just die? I just tricked it off the ledge. What? Don't forget, I'm literally a gaming god right now. That's the end of the level, too. Sweet. I can't believe I did that. That's freaking awesome.
I had been at Cardiff for several hours when I received a radio message from Hale. He told me he was in London, and he asked if snow was normal for July. He described a tower in the middle of London, one far bigger than that which they had found in Somerset, and with power conduits emerging in all directions. He said, if we destroy the tower, we destroy the Chimera. For all I knew, Hale was completely mad. And even if what he was saying was true, we had no idea how to destroy the tower. But there was one new factor working in our favor. I had been able to contact the Americans, and they had joined forces with us in Cardiff. I decided to gamble that Hale was right. I convinced the Americans to help launch a full assault on the tower. We were bringing everything we had to London. I was counting on Hale to clear out a landing zone. If he couldn't take out the stalkers, the mission would be over before
Stalkers.
it began.
Okay. Not Sentinel stalkers. Okay. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. Sorry, I just kind of complained about checkpoints for like the last 10 minutes again, but I mean, it was like 50 enemies without one. We even counted 32 on like the bottom floor, and then like whatever was on the top floor, which is a lot more. So I thought it was worth noting how dumb that was. But that's gonna do it for this one. I'll catch you guys again for the next one with the level A Desperate Gamble, where hopefully I won't have to complain about checkpoints for like the 9th episode in a row. So have a good one, y'all, and toodles.